Nobody likes getting a big bill. Did you know that your tax bill in retirement could be the biggest bill you ever pay? Well, that's why you need a plan to make sure you can keep every penny possible. With us today with strategies designed to help you do just that is Taylor and Laurel Steward, the husband-wife team at Mattson Financial Services, a firm that's been helping people retire successfully right here in West Michigan for decades. You can also catch them on their popular radio show, Money Mentors. Taylor, Laurel, welcome back.
Good to be here.
Yep, thanks for being here. What taxes, it shouldn't be surprising, right? We all pay taxes every day, but it seems like when people get near retirement, they're in your place going, what?
I think that's one of the biggest misconceptions that we see is that, you know, my taxes are going to go down in retirement, and unless you've planned properly, that's not going to be the case. In fact, they may go up, and then we may have some sort of tax burden or bomb later on in our plan. And then also, if we want to pass those assets on to kids, grandkids, you know, stuff like that, they may also feel that pain when it comes to taxes.
Sure. Well, we mentioned at the top there about the tax bill maybe being the biggest bill you'll ever pay.
Right.
So what kind of tax bill can someone expect coming near retirement?
Well, if we look at it now, we're still in a plan to where the taxes are on sale. And so this is through 2025 because the Trump administration put a plan in place. Love them or dislike them, doesn't matter, but at least the taxes, we're here for you. But when 2026 comes, we know that there's a lot more debt, and so that economists are projecting those going up. So what you can do is start looking at your 401k or your 403b, your 457s. All of these accounts are pre-tax. So you're putting money in, it comes off of your income, which is helpful when it comes to tax time, but really you're just deferring to a later date. So we want to make sure, hey, that deferral, right, when you're sitting here at retirement time and we're looking at 2026, are those tax rates going to be 5% more, 10% more? We don't know, but every dollar, every penny that is then going there instead of your pocket, right, that's taking off of your wealth.
And how do we reduce that bill? I mean, if we're getting towards that time in our lives, is there anything we can do to reduce that tax burden that comes down the pike?
Absolutely. It's about diversifying your assets from a tax standpoint. So if we're still working, we're putting into the 401k, depending on your income, and that's what we're going to discuss, is maybe we should start shifting your contributions to the Roth portion of your 401k or leveraging a Roth IRA outside of your employer plan, or if you're already retired, looking at doing some of those conversions on an annual basis, making sure that we're not bumping you up to the next tax bracket, because when we do a conversion, it is going to show up as income, even though you didn't receive it, we're paying the taxes on it, so we need to make sure that we're playing that tax game, keeping you in that same tax bracket, and hopefully getting you into the lowest one all the way through retirement, whatever that one may be, right? That's the key, is we don't know.
You say lower income equals lower taxes. I mean, we know that because we're reporting it to the IRS. And this is what you're going to get taxed. Is there a way to lower your tax bill without lowering your income? I mean, is that doable?
To lower your tax bill without income?
Yeah,
absolutely. And that's through, you know, leveraging that Roth. Yeah, because when you pull income out of that account in retirement, there are no taxes on it. So you're getting years and years of tax-free accumulation versus tax-deferred accumulation in the 401k and IRAs, where you're just kicking that can down the road. So higher income, less taxes, and a lot of times too, we'll see it where we're able to actually keep your Social Security from being taxable if we have enough of that tax-free income.
And looking at an example of that, so let's say we had a client, right, because this has happened, and they're like, you know, we're not going to do this, but we want to remodel our home. Especially through COVID, a lot more people were spending time at home and had shifted their goals. So instead of taking from a taxable account like your IRA, taking 35 grand out of there, adding that 35 grand to your income, maybe going into a higher tax bracket, well, what we can do instead then is take from the Roth IRA, because like Taylor was saying, that's 35 grand that you get to take and spend, but none of that's reported as taxable income, so you're not going to a higher tax bracket. That's how we can implement a strategy.
I like it. And you know, there's a lot of redundancy out there. People don't want to be paying, you know, twice for one thing. So they might be thinking, I got a tax professional. I got somebody who does my taxes. I'm good to go, right?
Which is great. I mean, we work with them, so we are not CPAs ourselves, but what we'll do is a lot of that forward planning and looking at the income and the projections to say, well, we think we should convert this here. Well, let's run this by your CPA, and that's what we talk about is your CPA, your attorney, and your fiduciary advisor should all be sitting at the table together working on your plan. Because if they're not talking, do you really have a plan in place? So we'll pick up the phone on your behalf, right? Because we want to make it easier on you.
Thank you.
Have these conversations. conversations, making sure, and then saying, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, we've worked with your CPA, or if you don't have one, we have connections as well.
And I think, having your advisor work closely with your CPA is, again, to her point, it's very, very important, because right now we're really just trying to file our taxes and get that behind us. And then we look at next year. But if you don't have that financial advisor that's kind of pushing that conversation to, okay, we've handled your taxes this year, but what about the next 5 years, 10 years, 15, 20 years in retirement? We got to plan now to make sure we don't have a huge tax bill then. So most times the CPAs are focused on getting it done right now, but what about the future? And that's where we come in to help open that conversation up and start planning.
I can only assume that the biggest benefit of having this sound tax plan is to not be surprised when you hit retirement and you realize how big your tax bill might be. Is that accurate?
Absolutely, because like we talked about, a lot of people now are saving into an employer plan because that onus is on you as the individual to save for your retirement. Not a lot of people are receiving pensions anymore. And I know a lot of people are crazily thinking about what will happen with Social Security. So if you're saving and you're deferring right into your 401k, now you have all of this pre-tax money there, and you start taking money out, you might feel trapped because you don't have any other investment type. So not to say you are behind the ball. If you're in retirement and only have that, we can still open up that conversation and start working on it. But it's not a set it and forget it. We're going to look at it every year and analyze it, because we know laws change all the time, too.
They do. And the good news is we don't have to, we can set it and forget it if we give it to you.
Right, exactly. We'll just be here to keep reminding you what's happening.
I do love that, though. I mean, people who want their money to grow, who pay attention to their finances, want a working relationship with the people who handle their money, right? Not a set it and forget it attitude. We really do want those people to have that communication and that talk, and that's what you guys offer. And on that point, you're looking for 5 callers this morning to talk to, right?
That's right. So for the first 5 that you mentioned there, if you've saved $250,000 or more for retirement, can be in your employer plans like we've been discussing, stocks, bonds, your savings, you can give us a call, and we will find a time for you to speak with one of our fiduciary advisors, and that will be complimentary.
Ooh, I like that. Free is a good word. Thank you, Laurel.
Yes,
Thank
you're
you, Taylor.
welcome.
Appreciate it. So if that sounds like something you want to take advantage of, well, it's a pretty incredible offer. Take advantage of it now. First 5 callers, if you're retiring or already retired. Taylor, Laurel, and the rest of their team, they want to sit down with you personally to customize a retirement plan for you. This is a comprehensive, enhanced plan that includes a look at your investments, your income sources, and oh yes, those taxes, and of course, so much more. They're going to help you get you to and through that retirement you deserve. Reserve one of those spots now at 1-800-536-8907. That's 1-800-536-8907.